Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Zeba. Thank you.
Uh, Before we start, uh, I'd like one word in the chat of what you all feel or think. The first word that comes to your mind, that this is it that makes me think of, um, when I think of the new curriculum, this is the word. You can speak out, you can write it in the chat, anything. Okay, let me see. Curiosity, exploring, inquiry lines, lines of inquiry, uh, intensive research, experimental, practical, exploring, interesting. Okay. Anything other than that that anyone feels? Enjoying. Okay. Lost. Okay, we'll see, make sure that we all find our way till the end. Knowing and understanding, strategies, challenging, scared. Okay. Learning, more specific, new, yet not. Okay. So, I think all of us feel these things and we're all in the same boat. However much we learn, we do, whenever something new comes up, you feel it's a challenge. You do feel a little apprehensive. You feel overwhelmed at times, but you have that thrill of doing something different. So it's challenging, it's enjoyable. So we all go through these emotions. And the reason we are having these kind of webinars or workshops and things is so that that fear factor is removed, so that we all are confident. After all, ultimately, we are all teachers. And what we want is the best for our students. Yes or no? How many agree? You can give a thumbs up or two thumbs or whatever. Okay. Now, before we start, I'd really like to see your faces also, because it's very difficult to talk to just a blank screen. So I'd like responses, I'd like your interaction, and I'd like to see your faces. Okay? Okay. So let me start. I will be sharing with you all. Give me a minute. Uh-oh. 1 minute. This is not the one. Mm, 1 minute. I'll need to reshare. Stop sharing. Okay, hold on. That putting on and off the computer and everything, that changed the... Okay. So I'm going to keep talking so that you know what we are doing. And finally, we will try and make things a lot easier for us. Okay. Share. This is the right one. Slideshow. Okay, can you see the screen? Is it visible to all of you? I've shared it. Is it visible? Yeah. Okay. So are we really ready for the first assessment of 2027? Yeah, that's what we're going to see. Mr. Neerav, sorry to just interrupt. Mr. Neerav, someone is trying to join. I've sent her number to you. If you could help her register. I mean, she's not been able to. Okay. So are we really ready for the first assessment? Now, this is going to be a brief idea, of course. So as I told you, describe one word, and we all thought of many different words and many different angles. So why do we have this? We have it because they have revised this system because they want to shift from isolated work. Generally, if you see children, they work individually in art, right? They don't want that individual work. They want the children to interact. They want the children to have dialogue. They want the children to understand and work as a group. They want the children also to understand who their audience is going to be, what kind of feedback they're going to get, so that when they step out into the real world, it becomes a lot easier. Okay, so for this, they have 3 core domains, that is create, connect, and communicate. So throughout when we are teaching, we have to keep these 3 words in mind, that whatever it is they are creating, whichever component it is, they are connecting and they are communicating. This will empower these students to have a personal visual language. They will engage critically. They will also look at diverse global contexts, and they will be able to take creative risks through sustained inquiry. Now, inquiry is something that's very new in DP curriculum, not so in MYP. How many of you over here are doing MYP also? If you can answer me or raise your hands, fine, that's great. So those who are doing MYP will find it that it is similar. I won't say it's the exact same, but it is similar to the project work that you do in your MYP. Okay. Now, what are the highlights of this particular talk that we are having now? We are going to look at the philosophy, because if we understand what the IB philosophy is, we will definitely be able to do better. We also understand what the role of a teacher is, because unless we know what the IB expects from us, we will not be able to fulfill the aims of a teacher. The content and the assessment objectives are also important. Besides this, now IB no longer says that these are components. So the language has changed. It has become a task. So we say now you have task 1, task 2, task 3, both in SL and in HL. But they have also differentiated SL and HL. Previously, if you remember, HL and SL would be similar. There would just be a very slight difference in the comparative study. There would be a difference in their grading or marking. But now there are specific components which are different. So we will go through all that and see what really is in HL, what is in SL, and what we are expected to teach our students. All right, up to now? Okay. Now, art making inquiry portfolio is something that is in HL and SL. Now, art making inquiry is what it suggests, making art, but through the medium of inquiry. And you're making an entire portfolio. Okay, but here you are not just making the portfolio, the importance is of developing and of showing the process. Okay, so it is very much like what we did in process portfolio, but there we did many different things. Here we are going to take one particular thing and then explore it more in detail. So now IB is emphasizing more on detail rather than a superfluous touching of everything. Okay, but we still experiment, we still explore different medias, different things. The second task in SL is connection study. Connection study is very similar to what we did earlier, that is comparative study. But again, they do not want just the research and children just copy pasting from different sites and everything. They want the children to improve on the analysis, to improve on their critical thinking, to be actually able to understand and not just do a copy paste job. So that way it has changed slightly. In task 2 for HL, you have artist project. Artist project is a project which you do and you research about it. You research about 2 artists and then you work on that. I will give you the details as I touch upon each thing. This I'm just giving you a brief idea of what is involved. You have the resolved and unresolved works. That is, in SL, you have resolved works, and in HL, you have works which you will select. Okay, so you have 8 works altogether in HL. In SL, you have only 5 works, but the HL works which are marked are only 5. So you basically have 5 works which you are going to tell your students to select the best. So IB wants to see that, does your child think? Does your child understand what is good? What do they understand? What is not so good? Why have they chosen a particular artwork? Okay. So if you see, they want a lot of critical thinking. They want a lot of analysis. They want a lot of inquiry. And they really, because if you see, AI has come up with so many things. So they don't want those copy paste works where the child will throw a prompt and they get their work done. And that is the reason the whole curriculum has been enhanced and made different, so that the children do learn the skills that are required. Now, the workshop goal is to provide all of us with a comprehensive understanding of the new curriculum. It is focusing on the philosophy and the assessment objects, and it is redesigning all the tasks or the assessments to effectively guide the students. Okay. There are some images and things which I have taken from the IB site, which you will find. Rest is all the work that I have myself written. Okay. Now, philosophy of the IB. Basically, IB is emphasizing on student-led inquiry. They want critical thinking. They want experimentation with diverse medias and techniques. So when you say, okay, oh, but we used to make them do so many different techniques. Now what will happen? We still make them do different techniques and medias. The aim is so that we foster creativity, we foster communication and a deep understanding, so that they are interactive, they have interactive work. Okay. And this will encourage the creative and cultural boundaries. It will help them engage with different contexts and develop their personal artistic voice. Now that I've told you this much, okay, how many of you feel that it is still the same thing that we are doing, but in a slightly different way, in a more creative way? Okay, I want to show off either thumbs up or hands, or you can speak out, whatever. How many of you feel that, yes, it's not so different, it is the same? Show me some form of reaction. How many feel it is the same? How many feel it is different? It's different, okay? How many feel that it's the same? It's quite different, okay? Okay. Different, similar, yes, I agree. So it is actually, both are right. It is different because the approach is different, but it is similar that we are actually not moving away from our core knowledge. Whatever we knew before, we are still looking into that, but we are doing it in a slightly different way. So it's nothing to feel very alarmed about. We still follow what we have to do, but at the same time, we do it in a different way. It's like saying, I am learning to read ABCD. So instead of reading ABCD in a state-wise, I'm learning to read it in a musical way. Or maybe I'm learning to read it with a more melodious way. Okay? Now let's go further. Sorry. So the role of the teacher, basically now, we are just being guides. We don't have to teach them. We have to be a guide. We have to just direct them. Okay, this is what you want to do? Fine. So now let's do it this way. Maybe this is what we need. So we guide them and they follow. Okay. Second, we are facilitating them. We are not really standing and say, do this. Then, the next step is this. The third step is that you take out your brush. No. We will tell them, you need to develop something. Now, how you develop it, what are your strengths? Think about it. Think of the mediums you would like to do. Think of what your ideas are, what your concepts are. If you think culturally, which are the cultures you are influenced by? If you think artistically, which are the artists you are influenced by? So it is more student-centric. It is more the student's thought process. Okay? And we are supporting them in the inquiry process, because naturally when you are making something, you have questions. You ask those questions. And when you answer those questions, that's where you are able to work. But at the same time, we will also make sure that there's academic integrity, and we will put everything on Turnitin where the written work is concerned. We will check that they are not copy pasting from any artist. If they are taking inspiration, that's perfectly all right, but they are not copying something, okay? Because IB is becoming strict in that respect. So these are the changes that are taking place, okay? It is, first you remember there was a percentage of marks, 40 and 20. It is no longer like that. Artist project is 40%, 40 marks, but 30%. Art making inquiry project is 32 marks, but 30%. And resolved and select unresolved works, that are the selected works, are 40%. So the ratio or the weightage has changed. Similarly, even in SL, it is now 20% for connection study. Art making inquiry portfolio is 40%, and resolved works is 40%. So both SL and HL have different percentages. They also have different marks. Okay. Now, the three areas, as I told you, the three core areas are create, connect, and communicate. The create allows art making, that is developing different forms, different creative strategies. The connection is to understand the contextual influences, the relationships, the artist connection, how you want your audience to know, all these things. And communicate is your personal vision and how you are going to present it to the world. Now, here the world would be your examiners, your teachers, your students, your parents, whoever. But when you finish this course and you are going to university, then your audience would be accordingly. So they are basically setting up the students for the real world. If you see this, content and assessment objectives. So I've given you a very, this table where if you see each component, what different assessment objective is used. Like if you are talking about resolved and selected resolved artworks, then you are basically curating. What does curating mean? You are showing, you're putting up the exhibition, you're displaying, right? You are also synthesizing because you are bringing together different qualities. You are also resolving. What does resolving mean? That you finalize, okay, this is the work I like. Now this is complete. So that is what they're doing. They're resolving it. And in HL, they are situating it. Okay, that means they are learning how to display and put up their work. And why are they doing it? The reason we've not put this in SL is because there you don't think of why. You made 5 works, you're uploading 5 works. In HL, you have made 8 works, but you're choosing the ones you want. So you're situating, you're thinking about how you're going to put it up and why are you putting up those works. Okay. If we see connection studies, you are curating because you are again showing what you have done. You are situating because you're showing that a particular artist has done this. I am influenced by it and how I am going to use that in my work. And you are investigating because you are doing research work on the artist. Okay. Whereas in artist project, which is the HL students will do, you are curating, situating, investigating. You are also refining your work. Because in artist project, you're not putting the initial work. You're going to refine it, take feedback, have a dialogue with your friends, with your peers, with your teachers, then understand what you can do to make it better. So you're refining your work and then you are bringing it all together or synthesizing it. Okay. And in art making inquiry portfolio, whether it is HL or whether it is SL, you are curating it, you are investigating, you are generating, and you are refining. Now, I'm going to, for the moment, stop over here. And I want you all to let me know if till now you have understood everything. Is there someone who wants me to repeat or has not understood or felt that this is very different or confusing? Then please put up your hand and ask me a question. Then we will go further for the next step. Would someone like to ask anything? Yeah, Eman? Yes?
Hi, Zeba.
Hi.
I have a question that in that breakup of the percentage and the marks, in
Yeah.
the HL section, it was written unresolved work. 40% was the percentage, I guess. And in the
No, no.
SL section,
Huh.
it was written resolved work. So can you please tell me what is, why it was written unresolved over there?
Because, okay, the reason it's not unresolved, it's selected resolved work. But the reason I wrote it just to make you, just to give you this thing that in HL, you have to have both resolved and unresolved. They are not marking you on the unresolved. But what they
Got it.
want is for you, your student to know, okay, yes, I have chosen this.
Got
So
it.
they want that. That's the reason I put it as there, because when we put selected resolve work and resolve work, then very often what I faced earlier is that teachers say, but this is also resolved, this is also resolved. So
Yeah.
just to give that difference, I have put it like that. So here, if you see, I've put it as resolved artworks and selected resolved artworks.
Got it. Thank
But
you.
just to understand the percentages, it makes it a little easier when you just think of it as resolved, unresolved. So you know, okay, yes, okay, these works, they do have unresolved works, but the unresolved works are not going to be marked. But what is going to be marked is why it is unresolved. Is it the concept weaker? Is it that the work is weaker? Is it that the skills are weaker? So the student should be able to gauge, okay, they shouldn't say, oh, I didn't use this work because I didn't like it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't use this work because I didn't like the colors. No. Why did you not like the colors? What was so different about it? They have to have reasons. And that's where they want their critical thinking improved. Yes. Anyone else?
Yes, I want to ask you a question about connection study actually.
Yes, please
In
do.
the connection study, should a student select one artwork from their resolve work surely, or they can choose from different or something
From the resolved works.
from resolve work, 5 resolve work?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because that's when they will know. See, when they are doing the work, they must have been influenced by someone, right?
Right.
So then it becomes easy for them to take that artist and then research about it and work
Thank
accordingly.
you. Thank
Yeah.
thank
Anyone
you.
else?
Hi, Ziba. I just want to ask a clarification.
Yeah, sure.
HL Artist Project, it's a standalone work. They do
Yes.
not submit in the resolved work, right?
No, not at all. It's a standalone project. See, the reason, again, if we understand the reasons now, it becomes a lot easier for us to teach. Okay. It becomes a lot easier for the student to accept also. Now, the reason why they have it as standalone is because they want the student to explore something that is different. Now, when we have the resolved works, we are doing it in such a way that they are all connected in some way, right? They should all collaborate, they should all connect, they should all be coherent, right? But here, they get a chance to do something different. If it is a standalone project, they can do something totally different and it does not matter. I'll give you an example. For example, if a child has, say, taken they don't have to work on a theme, but I'm just giving you an example. That supposing they've taken the theme of emotions, okay? All their 5 works, 8 works, they will all resolve around emotions. Maybe negative, maybe positive, maybe whatever they're doing, but it will be curated in such a way that it's all coherent. But when they're doing the artist project, it doesn't have to do anything to do with emotions. It could be something to do with maybe a career they'd want to take. Maybe they want to do fashion designing and they can pick up something to do with that. Maybe they want to do architecture. They can take something to do with that. So it is to give everyone more freedom. And when we tell our students this, automatically students also feel good and want to work more. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Babita?
Yeah, Zeba, I just wanted to know about the connection study. So,
Yeah.
there's a resolved work, and the student may have already included artists in his AIP. So, then for the connection study, can he add more artists for that particular task?
See, in artists, when he's taking AIP, the work is very different. In the connection study, when you're doing on the artist, it is very different. Okay?
Yeah,
The
because the
way you're
cultural
doing, the way
significance.
you're exploring the artist here and the way you're exploring the artist there is very different.
Yeah, that I have understood,
Huh.
but
So
I
in AIP, just sorry to interrupt you, but in AIP, they are not working on their, it will be a different, this thing. They are not taking their resolved pieces and working on that. They are working on a completely different thing. They're making an inquiry,
No, they are making an inquiry, hence
which does need not be on their resolved works.
yeah, it need not be on the resolved works.
Precisely. So
But in case a student has taken up the resolved work, so the approach, of course, will be different, but then the student can add more artists, the cultural significance and all, which is required for the connection study.
see, they can take the resolved work, but preferably, I don't ask my students to take their resolved work for their AIP because then it becomes very monotonous. Okay?
So, Zeba, but without the resolved work, then refine and all that criteria D will, how will that happen?
Because they're making an inquiry, and when they're making that inquiry, they are working on that. Like this inquiry could be a simple question like, does shading make, or does value and tonal values make a difference while using charcoal? I'm just giving a random question. Okay, so here they're using charcoal. Then the person may say, does it make a difference in photography? And they will try that same thing in photography. So it has nothing to do with the exhibition work. So it changes. And then they can say, okay, I tried this, and then I think this effect is looking good. So that's where they're refining it.
Yeah, that I have understood.
Right.
But
Yeah.
when Sabina took the webinar,
Yeah.
she had mentioned that though it is not a requirement, but there is no harm if the
There's
student,
no harm.
there's
There's
no
no harm.
harm
But
if
then
the
it becomes a challenge because you're doing the same thing. So it is up to you as a teacher, and it is up to the student that whether they want to take the same things or not.
Okay.
Yeah. Sukant and Eman.
Yeah. Hi, good evening, Ms. Zeba.
Good
I have a
evening.
question. Are we overlapping the artworks, like in selected resolved artworks? Are we going to use it in inquiry or artist project? Or is it like we are keeping them separate? So is it
That's what I was saying.
right?
Basically, it is up to the student and the teacher. But personally, like on this thing, I keep it separate. You
Separate.
can use it. It's not that, oh, you use it, so you'll have your marks will be cut or something. But
Okay.
personally, I feel it gives you more freedom when you're using something different.
Okay.
Because then
One
you're not bound by, okay, you have to do it in a certain way.
Correct. So one more question I wanted to ask. So suppose for HL Resolved artworks, we are doing 8 artworks. Artist project, 1 project we are doing separate. And for art making inquiry portfolio, like what is like everyone following? Is it like, are we doing like 5 artworks, 5 different medias? What is preferable?
In AIP, the focus is not on your complete artwork. The
Oh.
focus is on you or your student rather doing the inquiry and showing the development and the process. Okay.
So
So there could be just some slides with experimentation.
Okay.
So
But
it is not a final work that they're doing. So there is no hard and fast rule. There is no fixed rule. It will, what you're doing will be depending on your generative statement or your inquiry. Okay? Like for example, supposing if you've seen the samples, in one of the samples, they've started out with tonal values, gone on to freedom.
Okay.
So it's very different, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
maybe that child could use something that they've done on that if it is matching, but it may not be matching at all.
Okay. Fine. So for art making also, do you highlight like for each individual experimentation, or suppose 5 different medias you're trying, for each individual, are you going to do investigation, generate, refine, curate separately?
Sorry, could you
or is
repeat it? Sorry.
Yeah. So my question is, for
Mhm.
suppose different medias for art inquiry portfolio, are you
Right.
going to, for different medias, are you going to investigate, generate, refine, and curate for each different medias, or how is it going to be like?
Again, it depends on what you are really showing in that media. What is your question? What are you trying to show? Are you wanting to just experiment and answer to whether the tonal value is right or wrong? Or are you wanting to complete it more and come to some conclusion? Are you uh, satisfied with it and you want to resolve it further? Or you feel, okay, no, it doesn't look so good, I don't want to go further and resolve it. So there are no fixed rules here. It all depends on the work and how it progresses. So it all depends on your student's choice, and of course, how you, while they're doing it, how you tell them, okay, yeah, this looks good. Like I've had students who have done a particular work, but they've not liked it and they don't want to complete it, but they've shown it as experimentation and they've gone on to do something else, and they've said why they have not chosen that.
Okay, so are you highlighting the topics also, like investigate, okay, generate,
No,
define, or no, or
you
like
don't really need to highlight
don't
that, but
really
you
need to
need to
highlight.
make sure that those things are present.
Present. Okay, fine. Understood.
Right? Should we move further? Otherwise, we'll be stuck here
Thank you.
only.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anyone has something that's really, really very urgent and I can answer? Otherwise, let's move further. Harish? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
In a simple way, in a art making inquiry portfolio,
Yeah.
we can take the artwork from the resolved artwork. Not compulsory to take all 5 works. Any one single work is also fine, and
Right.
create the art making inquiry portfolio. Is it right?
You can, but then again, will you really have an inquiry question based for it?
Okay,
See,
means
here in art making inquiry process, it is basically a inquiry that you are doing according to the context, according to the culture, according to the investigation. So will that particular thing really be answering questions? Will you really be able to do it? Then fine. It's not wrong, but it is definitely not compulsory to use that also.
okay, it means child can do the separate resolved work without documenting
Without putting
them,
it. Yes.
or even the
Absolutely.
previously we used to do the PP now.
Yeah.
So we don't need to do all this for the resolved work. They can straight away create the artwork, right? And artist,
But when they're creating the artwork, they should again have an inquiry process. Why are they doing it? What is the thing?
Yeah, that
How
is
they
fine.
use the medium? What have they experimented it? What question are they answering?
Understood. But they don't need to document like a PP, the previous.
Of course, they will need to. When you are doing it, you will document everything. Okay, I have done this. How have I done it? So, what are your stages of experimentation?
Okay, that stage is needed. But artist inquiry portfolio can be some other topic or some other theme.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. Absolutely different.
But don't you think so? It will be confusing the child again. The child is working on 3 different aspects.
We were always working on 3 different aspects. It is just because now we feel, oh, they've said this, they've said this, they've said this.
Yeah.
Weren't we always working on different aspects? We were doing the process portfolio, we were doing the
Yes.
exhibition, we were doing the comparative study. We
Yeah,
were working on that.
previously it was simple, na? Like child was working on a comparative study and creating artwork inspired by the artist. and making the
Yeah, but then
execution
the
of
child
those,
was
right?
also copy pasting everything from the net that they got about the artist and writing it without really understanding why they're doing it.
Yeah, but this is challenging for a child also, I guess. Right. Yeah, you continue with the next slide. No, please. I understood. Thank you so much.
So art making inquiry portfolio. Now this will make it a little easier for you to understand. So it is continuous. It is evolving process. You have artistic intentions, which are very important. So if your work fits into these categories, then you can use it. See, you have creative strategies, you have art making forms and contexts. So you are looking at, you can be inspired by visuals, inspired by concepts, inspired by places, inspired by just materials. You can look at the art world, that is the artists and all that. You can look at different interdisciplinary connections. Like maybe a child is very interested in science. Maybe they could come up, or environment or something, and they could come up with something to do with that and connect it to art. You can look at design, events, time. So all these things are something that will give you your art inquiry making portfolio. These are the things that you will look at. Okay, so that is why I'm saying it is not necessary that you are making a work, because your work may not be connected to anything like this. This should be media led, that is different mediums. It should be artist led, that means you talking about different artists. It should be event led, where you're talking about a particular event, maybe. Process led, where you're showing the entire process. Location, it could be like we are from India. Maybe the child is inspired by something in India. It could be maybe the child is from some other place. They may be inspired by that. Or maybe they've gone visiting in their holidays and they've inspired by a particular place. They could do it that place. Concept led and object led. So when you keep all these things in mind and we tell your students all these different things in mind, they will definitely want to explore. It may not match with just what you're telling them. At that time, what can you tell the students? Okay, no, it's not matching, so don't do it. Right? So that's the thing. So it is empowering the students to engage, transform, and emerge through their artwork. Okay? Now, art making inquiry portfolio for HL or SL is 32 marks. Okay? You are showing your visual evidence and you are showing your critical reflections. Okay? The inquiry must include either questions or a generative statement. Like it could be a question saying, why or how has this tonal value contributed to it? Or maybe it could be a statement that when you are using charcoal, the tonal values make a difference. So it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a question every time. It could be could be generative questions. It could be some that are inquiry questions. Or how is a particular artist influenced? Or how has chiaroscuro influenced tonal values? So it could be anything. So there's no fixed hard and fast rule. There should be evidence of synthesis, that is a wholesome thing. There should be concept behind it, not just, oh, I've done this, I like it, so okay. So concept is again important, and form, that is, you have to make your artwork and show, or experimentation and show. It could be different mediums. Here, now they want different mediums tried out. Okay, it could be in digital work, it could be photography, it could be mixed media, it could be anything. So it is how the child has experimented. Here you're showing the development, you're showing the process, and your competence in when you are resolving the works. So not all works may be necessarily resolved, but there will be some works that are resolved. Now for this, you needn't make huge works. It could be a small, maybe a clay sculpture. It could be a small sketch. So your different works will be there. See, as it is, we made students do journal works and experimentations and everything. So here, it need not be that every work is huge. But yes, there should be different mediums used. More in-depth rationals or reflections will definitely give students more marks, and reduction in the resolved works in the screens as compared to the slide. Like if you remember previously when we used to make the process portfolio, we used to do step 1, step 2, step 3, and this is the final work. They don't want that. They want, what are you doing differently? Why are you doing it differently? What mediums are you using? Have you used an artist? Why have you used that? What would you do differently from the artist? So it's more of answering of questions. It's more of inquiry. It's more of experimentation. That's what they want. Okay. The student selects and organizes visual evidence of their personal investigation, discoveries, creations, supported by critical reflections, all in the portfolio. They provide curated evidence of their art making as an inquiry, or a variety of art making forms and creative strategies. So again, see, it says here, it could be a variety of art forms. It could be one thing leading to the other. Okay. And it should be in inquiry questions or generative statements. Okay. So here, art making is for both HL and SL students. You will submit 2 files, which are, one is the PDF format of screens, like you can take a PPT format and make a PDF of it like we used to. So which shows both visual evidence and written work. Word count should not be more than 3,000. So here they are again limiting your word count, because they don't want students to write pages and pages and pages and pages. They want less writing, but effective writing. So this is something that I also find challenging, that students tend to write a lot. Okay, we don't want that. So generally what I do is I make my students write, and then I tell them, okay, now shorten this up, make it more point form. See how you are going to reduce the word count. What is very necessary, put that. Like for example, I'll give you a very simple example. Like if I'm saying, I have used the colors red and green because they're complementary colors and I feel they are closer to nature. Now I want to say this whole thing. Rather than say this entire thing, I would say use of complementary colors, closer to nature, colors used, red, green. So automatically it shortens the thing. So you then don't exceed the word count. And one separate file for text file listing sources. This is your citations, basically. They've used the word like text file listing, but text file listing is nothing but your citations. So here also they are making sure that the child is not taking from AI, they are not taking from sites, they are not copy pasting, but they are actually using their own things. And wherever they have used resources, they are saying they've used a certain thing. If they have used AI anywhere, then you need to say where you've used and how you've used. So everything needs to be cited. So this is art making inquiry portfolio. Okay. Now we go on to connection study. Now, connection study, your requirements and expectations are there, where again, you have visual and written evidence. You are using research, but to contextualize the students' own practice, their own artwork. So they are taking something that they have already made in their resolve work, and then that they are going to be finding, investigating, and writing about. The examples should make connection with their own resolved artwork, but in a personal context, in a global context, and in a local context. It could be anything. It could be because they personally like a particular artist. It may be a local artist. It may be a global artist. It does not matter. Their research should be meaningful and tell a story visually. Means why have they taken it? What is the connection with their work? They should actually research the connection and the work of the artist more than just writing the artist has did in the year so and so, and he did on this. No. Why has he done? Why are you taking that artist? How is he related to your work? So documenting the connection between the artwork, their personal context, and this, they should take 2 artworks by different artists. Okay, and they should explore the cultural significance. The culturally, how is it matching? What is the content that way? When they're talking about cultural significance, it could go into any of these. It could be aesthetic, it could be scientific, it could be historical, it could be spatial, it could be social, like talking about different communities, talking about time, talking about place, talking about spaces, talking about materials, medias, technicalities, or talking about religious beliefs, anything. So all these things they need to take into consideration when they're talking about the work. So if you see, it's like what we did in comparative study, but a little more specific, a little more about the artist and the artwork rather than just the comparison. Okay. For this, it is 24 marks. You have SL students submit 2 files. One is again a PDF of 10 screens. Now here it's only 10 screens. See the when we talk, oh, they have more work, but you also see that the work has reduced a lot. Previously, they used to have 15 slides. Here it's just 10. The written word count is just 2,500. Previously, used to write more and more and more. Even in the AIP, the word count is just 3,000. And the slides are also again less. Whereas process portfolio had 25 slides. So they are not looking for quantity, they are looking for quality. Okay. And again, one separate file for listing the sources. Okay. For HL, it is the artist project. Your artist project is of 40 marks. Okay. This artist project, they have to give 3 mandatory files. One is for 12 screens or 12 slides of written and visual work. Again, word count is only 2,500. They need to make a video of up to 3 minutes. It does not have to be full 3 minutes. If you feel that within say 30-40 seconds you can show what you want, it can be just that. Now what is the video? Basically showing where they are going to be putting up your work. Like if the child has done something to do with environment, maybe they want to put it near the riverside. Maybe the child has done something to do with food. Maybe they want to put it in the school canteen. So as long as they make a small video showing the location and showing where they are putting it up, that's perfectly all right. So you don't need, oh, they need video making skills, they need this, they need that, nothing. There's no voice talk over on anything. The difference is that here they've allowed to have any background voice. Voice in the sense, the sound. Like supposing it is in a park, there'll be birds chirping, there'll be water going by. So those sounds can very well be there. But they don't want the student talking and saying, oh, I have done it near the riverside. No. Whatever is the general tone or sounds, those can be present. The artwork will also have a short intention of 100 words. That why have you done it? What is your intention behind it? Why are you placing it in that situation where the student is able to talk about it? Because see, the examiner doesn't know what your thought process is. So if you have shown, okay, I am making this, for example, I'm making a video on food. I'm showing it in my school canteen. I'm showing it because I want to cause more awareness, whatever. So you write that in 100 words, maximum, and you have a citation file. Again, citation file is very necessary in if you see in everything. Okay, so this is your artist project. Now this project is totally standalone. It has nothing to do with your AIP. It has nothing to do with your what do you call it? Resolved and selected resolve works, nothing. It is totally different, and you are just working on that in 12 screens. So it's actually not too much work, but it is showing that yes, you can think differently, and it is giving the students freedom to work on something different. Okay. Now, resolved and unresolved works, as I've put it here, but it is actually for SL, it is only resolved work. Okay. It is for 32 marks. This should be coherent or it should be connecting. Okay. You should have 5 of your artworks. Now, when we say it is 5 artworks, students can make more, but they only put up 5 works. Okay, for the uploading. They will provide evidence, show their concept, form, whatever, and they will have a rationale showing why they have done these works, what is their intention behind these works. So their rationale will be there of 700 words. Okay, resolved works in here, they can make a video. So because SL will have only resolved works, so they can put images or they can put a video. The videos cannot be more than 3 minutes long, but put the videos only if it is necessary. You will have a title, you will have a medium written, and the size like we used to write earlier. 2 optional files showing the details, like 2 screens of 700 words, as I told you, showing why, what is the concept, all the details. So like we used to write curatorial rationale, it is something similar where they will write the rationale, but in 700 words. Okay. Selected resolved works is similar. Over here, they will give justice of why they are having only the 5 works. Why are they selecting those 5 works? So they will have the 5 works separately. They will have the 3 works down. They will have the screens showing and the 700 word rationale. But here on the 5 artworks that they have chosen, they can write up to 200 words for each. That is 1,000 words altogether for their artworks, explaining their artworks, saying what they've done, why they've done it. So the HL students get a little more word count to explain their work so that they can say why they've taken it, what have they done, why they've not taken the other things, and what all they want to talk about. Okay. So this is it. Now, if anyone has any questions, you can ask me. Hello.
Yeah, Zeba. So this is Babita again.
Yeah.
For the artists, selected artists for the connection study and for the AP, we can have more than 2 because that is only the minimum requirement.
No, connection you can have 2. For others, yes, you can have more. You can have 5. For AIP, you can have 5, 6, whatever. It doesn't matter.
And for artist project?
2. If you read the requirement, it says 2 artists.
But it is written as at least 2.
At least 2, but you think of it this way, you have just very less word count and you have very less slides.
Okay.
Suppose you can take 3, but it's written 2 means I would say go with 2.
Okay.
Because they don't want quantity, they want quality. And if you're putting something as quality, and when there's word count, you will definitely require that space.
But one confusion that comes attending webinars and all, that sometimes it is also said more the student should explore more, not just two.
No, that is for AIP. You're talking about two different components. For AIP, I would say yes, definitely. Whatever you can explore more.
But for the other two tasks, we should stick to two.
I would prefer that totally.
Okay, but we should be sure whether
See, as a teacher, when you are looking at the students' work, you realize that they have done. It's similar to what extended essay. They tell you have a introduction, have a body, have a this thing. Now, if they have taken 3 artists, and if you feel they're not going to be justify and not be able to analyze and everything, you will tell them, okay, take only 2. But if you feel that they are able to justify and everything, we say, okay, take 3 artists and compare.
and
Right?
go in
So
depth
this
as
is
well.
this is something that's more experience and gut feeling. I've had students take, not for this component I'm talking, but for extended essay, there are students who've got A's by just doing 2 artists, and there are students who've got A's by doing 3 artists at a time also. It is not the number, it is the quality.
Right.
Okay, in everything where IB is connected, it is the quality. If you are putting too many things, but it is not very shallow, they will not give the marks.
And another thing that Mr. Harish has raised, so because of constraint of time, there will be some parallel between the AIP and the resolved works, because it will be very difficult otherwise for children to just, of course, it as the requirement is, it's not mandatory. So
Yeah.
if something is required, we can have resolved, because the inquiry may lead to a resolved piece.
See, again, IB has not been very specific about a lot of things.
Not
It is
specific.
again up to the teacher and up to the students. If they are going to give you do this, do this, do this, do this, it's going to become very difficult. So they have left a few things for your experience and your judgment. You as a teacher have to decide. But if you go through the guide, and if it is specifically written for anything, that no, this is it, then that is it. Remember, even what I am telling you, even if I am telling you just now, do this or do that, don't go on do this or do that from another person. You know your student better, you know your situation better, you know, and each student is an individual. So you cannot make one rule for everyone. So you will have to make those decisions based on who your student is, what they're doing, and what do you feel is the best. Right? Like I may say, okay, I want you to explore charcoal, but my student has no interest in charcoal and they have no talent towards it or skill towards it. So it's of you no use. So I will not say, oh, they've said different mediums, so you have to do this. I will say, okay, what is your strength? Work on that. So Suruchi, there are no hard and fast or fixed answers. These are things which each teacher, each of us will have to decide along with our students or what works best.
Exactly.
I would not be able to give you an answer to say yes or no this. I would be wrong in
yes
saying
or
that.
no answers. Correct.
Yes, I would be wrong in saying that. Tomorrow you will quote him, Ms. Ziva, go take this or no, don't take this.
Yeah.
As long as you are looking at the criteria, and in the criteria there is no definite thing, you can do that. But if there is a definite thing, then you have to do that. Like they say word count 2,500, it is 2,500. It cannot be 2,501. Get it?
Yeah, the 2,000 words or 3,000 words does not include the captions, right?
See, 2,500 and 3,000 words, it is the words on the screen. Okay? So all the words when you're highlighting it will come into that.
But not the captions of the works.
It includes the captions.
Everything.
It includes the
Everything.
captions also, everything.
Everything from the
If you are making a mind map and you have words there, even those will be counted.
Yes,
They're
exactly.
legible. So
One more
everything
thing.
is counted.
One more thing I want to add.
Up to 2,500. So you can have 2,499. You can have 2,450. That's not a problem. But remember, in this, the main thing is what the IB has said. They've said up to this. They've not said exact 2,500. But when they give you a word count, that means it should not exceed up to that. Now, everything will come into that. You can't say, oh, this is a caption, this is a mind map, this is a so-and-so, this is a so-and-so. No.
No, because on page 50, it is clearly written word count does not include the title, the author, and the medium, the size. So that is not included
So
in the word.
title, you see, again, title, what you're saying, title is different. What you're saying, captions is different. If I'm saying my title is, say, environmental, whatever, that's my title. But
No, no,
caption
not
does
that.
not mean that.
Not that, because all
Ma'am,
secondary.
title has to be given for the resolved artworks, right? In that, they
Yes,
say
yes.
your rationale has to be 700 words. Your title is not counted in that.
That's what I'm trying to say. Title
Yeah,
is
yeah.
something that's different.
Yes.
We are saying,
Zeba
see,
ma'am,
don't mix up the
The
components.
three projects, yeah. The three
Please
projects,
mix up
yes.
the different components.
Yes.
Resolved and unresolved is different. AIP is
And the
different.
title, size,
Zeba
and
ma'am,
medium you are
Yes.
submitting
Yes,
separately.
Mr. Nira.
we keeping in time in mind, can we give chance to other teachers to raise their
Please.
question?
Yes,
It's
please.
9:03.
Rashmi.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi, I'm Rashmi. Yeah, I just have a very quick question. I know for HL they have for like two artists and two artist works. Do they compare it to do they connect it to their own artwork, resolved artwork, and yeah, that's my question.
Sorry, for HL, we are not talking about two. For HL, for AIP, you can have any amount of artists. For
No, yeah, I got
artist
the
project, you have two.
yeah.
And they have to be connected to the work. Otherwise, why are you doing them?
So how many works? Like they're gonna do 5 resolved works,
Two
right?
different works. No, again, you're mixing up the components. Don't mix up the components. Artist project is a separate,
Standalone.
yes, standalone. Don't mix up. See, treat these three as very different. Okay?
Oh.
So you're asking me resolved works, and then you're talking about artist project. Resolved work is different, artist project is different. Learn to think of them as three different things, like how we had earlier. Process, comparative, studio. Again, it is three different things here. Anyone else who would like to ask? I
Yeah,
can only see.
Zeba ma'am. Hi, this is Suruchi here. Ma'am,
Yeah.
I have two questions. One related to AIP.
You know, Suruchi, I think I did answer you. Let me give a chance to anyone
No,
else who has
actually,
not
I didn't
asked.
speak anything till now. I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah.
I did answer
So
Suruchi. Okay.
maybe you
Go ahead with one
addressed me,
question.
but you were still talking to someone else. It
Okay.
happened like that.
Okay.
Anyways, so related to AIP, one thing is line of inquiry is 8 marks, and approximately in one slide, how many line of inquiries should be there or inquiry questions should be there? So that there's like for each and everything, for example, if they're exploring just charcoal, there will be one kind of inquiry question, and if they move on with the artist exploration or practical investigation, will there be one more line of inquiry, or how the assessment happens?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that is one of the
Let me
questions.
answer this
Yeah.
differently. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
If you have a line of inquiry and
Hmm.
that is leading to something else, and you
Hmm.
again have a generative statement or inquiry, that's fine. If it's not leading to something and you want to
Hmm.
answer that in more detail, that's also
Hmm.
fine. So we have one line of
Okay.
inquiry to go on to 2 slides. It could just go on to 1 slide. It could go on
Hmm.
to 3 slides.
Okay.
You know, see, again, art is not a science or math or something that 2 marks are given for this, 2 marks are given for this, 2 marks are given for this. We are all artists. We know how
Correct.
it differs. Think
Hmm.
of it in a more freedom kind of way. Okay, what is it leading to? Is it answering the questions? Is it
Hmm.
giving the child the freedom to explore?
Okay.
If
Also, yeah,
And that
there,
is something that is each one's gut feeling.
okay.
Hmm?
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else who's
Also,
not asked?
one more question, ma'am, please. is there any limitations of the exploration that the student is doing during AIP, or it can be nothing as
Nothing.
particular?
As I
Okay.
told you, they don't want
Yeah.
limit you. They want freedom.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Anyone else could like to answer?
Last,
Ask rather, not
last and short. If any child is looking for only certifications, not the IB diploma, then what is the criteria? Like what?
I don't know about certification, so I will not mention it.
That's the same problem
I-
because it is not mentioned in the art guide.
I really don't know. And I have never done only certifications.
Because
to be
one
honest.
of my child is going for certification, so
So it would be a better idea to talk to your coordinator.
yeah, coordinator and IB directly because it is not
See,
mentioned
that
anywhere
is-
in the guide.
But that is beyond my scope of this thing. Yes, you asked
No
me, I would
problem,
talk to
no
you about
problem.
my
Yeah, no problem.
subject.
Yes.
I cannot talk about these things. I'm sorry.
Sure,
I'm
no,
really,
no problem. Thank you
Ma'am,
so
my
much.
question, I have a question if I can ask.
yeah.
Ma'am, my question is when we are doing the art making inquiry portfolio, the students are like bit confused. They start with the inquiry like simple, if I say from patterns. They move further forward. Is it required to have a resolved artwork in that also? Like we have done like 4 slides with that. We have started the architecture and the patterns, for example, right? So do we think that a resolved artwork has to be made there for the AIP also?
Again, the same thing. If you
Yeah.
feel yes, a resolved one is necessary, here put it. If you feel no, it's not, don't put it. It's
Okay.
these
So
are
how do we conclude with the inquiry question that okay, this is enough?
ultimately your question should be answered.
Okay,
If you
fine.
are able to answer the question, you've concluded.
Okay, fine. So is there any limit to the inquiry questions? For example, there have to be like 15 slides we have to do. So approximately 7 questions are more than enough, or we can go for more
Again,
also.
you know, there's no hard and fast rule. There's no okay, 7 should be there, 5 should be there, this should be there. It's how you are working.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Oh, understood. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Nirav.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to announce something before we close down?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So if you feel this is helpful and you are looking for more insight on this course, detail 8 hours learning, 8 to 9 hours learning. So in the chat box, I have shared a link for the course and is going to conduct and by Zeba ma'am. It will be start from 5th August to 9th August. The 7th is no, 7th is we do not have, but 5, 6 and 8, 9th August in detail with real classroom strategy. And that's it. Zeba ma'am, you can add if anything I'm missing.
Yeah. See, basically what I've done here is just touching the surface. I have just touched upon, I have not gone into the details. I've not gone into criteria details. I've not gone into what you need to do. So if you really want to learn more detailed work, then we can have, because 1 hour is not enough. And that too for each component. We are having, if you go to see 5 different components, as we call it, tasks. Now, for each one to share, it takes a lot more time. Okay. And then there are many questions that you're asking me, which I cannot give answers without showing examples, without discussing, okay, this is it, that is it. So samples also need to be seen. Everything needs to be seen. So if you're really interested, then you can join the sessions and there you will get much more detail. But in a 1 hour webinar, it is really not possible for me to answer every question